defense will kick it off to get us underway. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Leaves it with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. As you watch how a season unfolds and you get off to a good start like these guys have in ACC play, that momentum can really be powerful.
Oh, 100%. The momentum, the confidence. Like, you go from starting the season and saying, we want to be great in these areas, and now you're starting to see it, starting to pile up some conference wins. Now, Jesse, getting to the middle of the season, and you got to continue to evolve, right, and be ready for some of these rivalries.
No doubt about it. And I think they also like the fact that they've got some guys stepping up and making plays consistently. It's one thing to do it off in non-conference play against weaker competition early in the year, but now that you're into the meat of your ACC schedule, they've got guys on both sides of the ball that they can count on week in, week out.
Dumps it to the back. Pulls it in. It's Cook. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Breaks free in the middle. Inside. Touchdown, Clemson. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
He'll bring it out. It's Carr. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This every time, 5 yards on the first down play.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Quick release by the QB. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Now on first down from the 30. Williams looking for a man. That's reeled in. It's Lyle. And the Hurricanes moving quickly to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Lyle. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. The Canes are rolling down the field. They just keep firing. Unloads to the wideout. And that one's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Lyle. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Williams will pass. Hauls it in. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to burn this defensive back. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. No real chance on the return, but they got it at the 34.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He'll try to do it himself. Turns it on in midfield. Oh, he's got some space. They run him out of bounds after a tremendous pickup on the play.
This is exactly why nobody wants a Jesse Palmer. You want quarterbacks that can do that. Look at him, pick him up, put him down, just chewing up yards. It was supposed to be a pass, now turns it into a huge gain. Jesse Palmer never could do that.
Off play action. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass. Dangerous screen into traffic. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play is over. And that one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football now. Not good.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays. But you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. He's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the move, it's Lyle. And with that stop, we are headed for the end of the first quarter. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. First play of the period will be a second down. Williams looking for a man. Finds his tight end. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds. Takes it from the gun on third down. Snagged in the middle. It's Lyle. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
And first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
And, guys, they really need to make something happen on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. Clemson looking to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Takes it the other way. The 40. He's at the 30. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Great place to start for this offense. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run it from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. I don't know why, but it's Here's the thing, the ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
Touchdown, Caves! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Caught over the middle. It's Milner. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. It's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
It's a thing at Clemson to run downhill, literally, usually when they enter the stadium. But sometimes it feels like this running game's doing that.
They run down the hill, and a lot of times now they don't stop, Reese, because they keep the tempo and they keep the foot on the gas, and that's what Clemson's kind of built this offense on is tempo, trying to wear you out, and they slip in the run game and the quick passing game and the running QB and so many things to look at.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Punts it out of the air. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Clemson is quick to the line. They'll go with a direct snap. He breaks a tackle. And he's brought down after the spin move for a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
They'll send the back in motion. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Third and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive. And I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Williams will pass. Gonna take a shot. He's got it inside the 30. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. To the air on first down. Finds the tight end. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Canes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to pass on 2nd down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He'll be run out of bounds at the 13.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Caught behind the line. It's Johnson. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Wide receiver comes in motion. Caught in the backfield. It's Johnson. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Williams looking for a man. Caught near the sideline. It's Line. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understanding they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
Nestled just inside that right upright. And the field goal draws us even as we get close to halftime.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Give to the running back. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. He'll bring it out. It's Carr. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on third down. Quick release on the RPO. Still on his feet at the 45. Lots of running room. Oh, I thought he was taking that all the way, but they stop him at the 7.
And on that third down, that play is set up to beat man-to-man coverage. You see the receiver, the ball gets thrown out in front of him, and he's able to get away from the defender, make some people miss, use the speed, setting up 1st and goal.
Got it behind the line. It's Lyon. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Williams will pass. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Miami! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They'll go to work, trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. Firing to the right, complete. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Milner. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds. The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Brown. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
And that's a really good job by the QB, getting the ball out of his hands, knowing where the sticks are, getting the 1st down. And they saw something they liked because here they come, right back on the ball to run another play.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback run is part of their game plan.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
And the Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Davidson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. That's caught. It's Sellers. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And on 2nd down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a 3rd down situation where you had to throw the football.
They'll ride the hot hand. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He leaves it with his back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Might as well give it to him again. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. Never a doubt. That'll cut the lead down to 4, 17-13. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. LSU delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Baton Rouge. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the SEC. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And I don't know if the quarterback's making the right decision on that RPO, guys. He might have wanted to hand that one off. Something he thought he saw in the right flat to attack, but obviously it wasn't there.
Motion from the wideout. Williams looking for a man. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the snap, it's Lyle. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that first down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on third down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
Wildcat didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Unloads quickly and brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So we open the final period with a third down play. Touch pass on the run. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football is a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them.
The Hurricanes heading quickly to the line.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Williams will pass. Under fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Carr. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat's going to give him a different look. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double-team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on first and goal, but they can also drain the clock. Makes the catch. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Preston. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execute.
There he goes. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. The Tigers want to crank the tempo.
And that's a good first down for this offense. Get something positive going. Like, listen, the possessions are strong.
He's going to fire deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Down to the 48-yard line as he takes it away and takes it back to set up his offense.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
The defense has not had an answer for this guy today. Already over 150 yards receiving. That time, the ball falls incomplete, but we haven't seen that happen too often today.
Quickly complete.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Williams looking for a man. And he was drilled just as he released the pass, it's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple scores, I think you're just kind of free. And like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on. And I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyways.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And that last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Quickly out to the tight end.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
With the catch, it's Brown. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Clemson jumps to the line.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
That's a miss as an OC. He's come to the sidelines and said, listen, that's not a great throw. We got to take something off of it. But we also can't miss inside. So it's a tough dynamic when you're throwing that out route. But either way, quarterback, wide receiver, they have to do a better job being on the same page.
Makes the grab. It's Cook. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. A 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Here comes Clemson with another first down. Wants to keep it in the air. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. At this juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it! And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the owner?
They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Yeah, they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Pulls and fires complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Pulls it in. It's Moore. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Miami.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Canes send out the punt unit. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down.